Hi, I'm Vicki Howie of ChakraBoosters.com and ChakraAbundance.com. I'm also the co-editor of ConsciousLifeNews.com, so you can find me there. And I'm so glad today that you have found me here, because there are no coincidences. So you being here tells me that you have fully stepped into your unfolding as an awakened millionaire. And that is exciting, because that is what we're on the planet to do right now. We're at a time when we are realizing collectively that spirit and wealth are not oppositional, that there's no duality. There's one spiritual consciousness energy. And as a person who works with chakras and loves them dearly, I'm going to share with you the reason why people often believe that they are contrary and opposites, and I'm going to show you why they are not. They're actually one energy, and how, when you balance them, you end up right in your heart. And who doesn't want to be in their heart? But before I do that, I want to share with you 3 general keys, areas of focus that you want to keep your attention on as you unfold as a spiritual entrepreneur. My partner Ross Pittman, who created Conscious Life News, helped me come up with this. There are many smaller steps, but we really wanted to guide you with 3 general areas that you can keep your focus on. So take some notes. Here they come. Number 1, listen to spirit. Now, there's some traditional ways to listen to spirit, such as meditation and prayer. But those aren't the only ways. I want you to understand that spirit is in you, all around you, all the time. So, think about it this way. What is being repeated in your life? What signs and symbols are you seeing? Because that's the way that spirit speaks to you. Think of the time when 5 different unrelated people said basically the same thing to you. I hope you saw that as a message from spirit, because it was. Also, we are getting more and more vibrationally sensitive as a race, and so we're feeling more in our bodies now. So spirit speaks to you through your body. And if you pay attention to it, you'll notice more and more actually what a yes is, what a no is. A certain chill in your legs, or a warmth near your tailbone, or a feeling in your heart becomes a message from spirit, because it is. You just need to know how to interpret it, and you learn that through experience, through feeling, through awakening your awareness to what you're feeling in your body. So look for the signs everywhere. And then finally, one other little tip I want to give you on this one is, make sure to ask for what you want, ask for what you want to know, ask for the guidance that you need, because if you don't, then what is spirit going to answer to? And once you ask, you tend to open your eyes and ears and look for the answer. So be sure to ask. That's step number 1. Number 2, act on what spirit tells you. Right? It's such a blessing to have spirit give you ideas and inspire you and fill you up. So when that comes, no matter how crazy the idea, you need to act on it. And for me, it was a pretty crazy idea. Make temporary healing tattoos so other people could experience what I experienced. So it was a little daunting, a little frightening, and I had to envision many, many people in the world getting the same benefits that I had gotten, this life-changing turn. And that infused me with inspiration. Now, let me tell you about a little confusion people have. They think that when you have an idea that comes from spirit, you're going to be inspired every single moment of every day. For me personally, that's baloney, okay? And that actually leads people to drop a really important vision. You don't need to be inspired every moment you wake up. In fact, the only inspiration you need is your own commitment to the vision. Because when you're committed, you get inspired from your vision, from the idea that you're going to help these people. So when you wake up and you need to deal with more tangible legal aspects, maybe I had to work with my website, my accountant, manufacturing. These were not things that I loved working with. But the truth is, my vision of helping others in the same way that I had been helped gave me the inspiration to move through things that didn't feel necessarily inspirational. Okay? So when you hit a little bit of a wall, sometimes you say, ooh, I don't like this. Beef up your inspiration. In other words, remember why you're doing it. Be inspired by your vision. Don't wait for it to come. And take that action. That's absolute. Committed, consistent action. Number 3, serve others. And what's so cool about this one is it naturally happens, because when you listen to Spirit and you take action on it consistently and passionately, you end up serving others, because that's what we are here to do, and that's what Spirit wants us to do. So that's really cool. And now, just a little over 7 years from when Spirit gave me the idea to create Chakra Boosters healing tattoos, I have put tens of thousands of tattoos out into the world, and many people have written to me to tell me how much they love them. And what's really cool for me is they've gone out to 38 different countries. So it's like I feel like I'm connected to so many people throughout the world. And the same is true with Conscious Life News that Ross created. Only about 5 years later, we now have over 30 million views in the conscious community. So that is super exciting. And what's really touching is to hear from people in parts of the world where they maybe can't even afford a book. We get lots of letters from South Africa telling us how much Conscious Life News is helping them on their path. So what's inside of you to share? That's what I want you to think about, and then implement these 3 focus areas. Okay, so I told you I would talk about energy and why spirit and wealth are not dichotomous at all. They are, in fact, part of your energy field. You may already know about chakras, the vertical energy in your body that connects heaven and earth, your body with your highest spirit. Well, at the top, at the crown, you are violet, you are spiritual energy. And at the bottom, you're a denser vibration, red, in your root chakra, in your first chakra. Well, the root is related to safety and security and family, and it's also related to money. And the crown is related, of course, to spirit. So this is why people want to make them opposite, because they're far apart. I get that. But nevertheless, we as spiritual beings can pull root energy up into our heart as we serve, and we can pull spiritual ideas down into our heart as we serve, and we end up right in our heart in service and love, and completely balanced in our own energy field. So it's in the heart that spirit and money come together and become one. It's very exciting. So the only problem is that some of us have a tendency to hang out in one part of our energy field over another. And 2 of the things I see a lot are the up and the down. There are people who like to hang out in spirit and deny the money aspect, and people that love to hang out in the business money aspect and deny the spiritual aspect. When you're a upper person and you're in the spiritual world denying the money, you're like I used to be, and a lot of my yogi friends, where we had a lot of connection to spirit, a lot of freedom, but we didn't have money and couldn't pay the bills. And when you're in the lower area, you can suffer from not having purpose in your work, not having inspiration. You have lots of money, but you feel caught by that money. So these are the 2 profiles that I see quite often. And I love working with people in their energy field, because we are all of it. We should be able to live anywhere in this skyscraper, as it were, to be grounded in the earth and to be high in the sky and everything in between. And when we can, that is chakra abundance. And that's what it looks like to be an awakened millionaire. You're in service, you're in connection, and you're grounded, and you're abundant in a physical sense. You have a very specific energy profile, an area that you're hanging out, and there's nothing to shift except to open all the doors so that you can live in all of yourself. And if you go to my site, chakraabundance.com, I have a free 1-hour audio for you there to find out what your chakra abundance type is. You're going to learn a lot about your energy field and how to create your own personal path to prosperity that gives you purpose, where you can express your passion and make a profit. So I hope to see you there, or on chakraboosters.com, or over at consciouslifenews.com, where you can comment and be a part of our tribe.